Every battle from here on out for the top 5 guys is basically a must-win, unless you make it all the way down to the final. So here we go, Vaughn Gittin Jr., Dean Carney.
Through the start chicane, we got a clean start. Vaughn Gittin Jr. in the lead. Dean Carney giving chase, initiated into that first rear clipping zone. Vaughn Gittin Jr. practices to get to the wall, drops down a little bit. Dean Carney, solid chase job there, gets close to the Ford Mustang of Vaughn Gittin Jr. Dean swings wide into that rear touch and go, and then into the second clip. Dean Carney applying the pressure, wrapping it around, coming out unscathed. No cones were hurt in the making of this run, Ryan. And yeah, a very intense battle there, Ryan, between these two gentlemen. As Dean, clean start chicane, here we go. See Vaughn Gittin Jr. allow some distance, and he's closing in, shimming his way, massaging that Mustang to the door of the Viper. Viper working its way up and down, coming off the bank, into the touch and go. Doesn't get all the way out there, but does a nice flick by Dean Carney. Vaughn Gittin Jr. knocking over that front clip, wrapping around the final clip. Vaughn Gittin Jr. making his presence felt there. Vaughn Gittin Jr., Dean Carney, Brian, Andy, and Ryan say. Brian says one more time. And Andy says one more time. They're going at it again. They are going at it again. Here we go, Matt Koffman will lead. Alec giving chase. Sage, you got our drift fans. Matt Koffman initiating hard into that bank. Nice job. Look at Alec HOHNADELL getting to formation. But just as soon as I say that, he drops down. Some correcting there by HOHNADELL. Matt Koffman a bit shallow on the touch and go, and that's where HOHNADELL really shines. You see him getting some, look at that, gain some distance, knocking that front bumper off as Koffman. He does make it across the finish line. Well, a lot of tires were burned up in the making of this top 16 introduction here. As Alec HOHNADELL, no, that's good. Cone stayed still, just tipped. So Alec HOHNADELL throwing it in that lead position. Matt Koffman doing the same. HOHNADELL, kind of same height on the bank. Nice job, too. Young guns of the sport. Matt Koffman, kind of a slow transition there into the second rear clipping zone. And a late, very uncharacteristic. Matt Koffman's been one of the nastiest drivers around that final clip. Alec HOHNADELL, Matt Koffman, Brian, Andy, and Ryan. And there it is. Slide and right for Matt Koffman. Tanner Faust will lead. Jonathan Castro will give chase. Lights illuminate and they extinguish. You can barely see them there just between the two cars. Start chicane. Here goes that VA-powered Rockstar Volkswagen Passat, chased down by Dominican Republic's own Jonathan Castro. Tanner Faust high on the bank, rock solid, up high and tight with that wall. Not totally getting out of that touch and go. Castro making me nervous there, almost zeroing in on that wall as Tanner Faust brings it on home across the finish line. Ryan, let's see how this Volkswagen Passat does in the chase position. Tanner Faust, you know, not as precise as he is in that lead run. And look at this, already Jonathan Castro creating a gap here. Tanner Faust nowhere to be found, multiple car lengths behind. Castro, middle line on the bank, good angle. Firing off into the touch and go, Tanner Faust. That big sedan inching closer to him as they approach that final front clip. Tanner Faust really taking a straight line towards that final front clip. Brian, Andy, and Ryan, and there's a one more time from Brian. Andy saying Tanner Faust, and Ryan saying one more time. They're going at it again.
The overall point structure, so let's see what happens here.
Here we go, Vaughn Gittin Jr., Dean Carney. This is the one more time battle here in the Ford Top 16. Vaughn Gittin Jr. initiates. Dean right there in the mix. Look at this, you said high energy on that first battle. This is even higher energy. Turning it up as Vaughn Gittin Jr. gets out to that touch and go, using all of the course of both the drivers around that first front clip. Vaughn Gittin Jr., Dean taking it out. Make some noise, Seattle. Kind of hush falls over the crowd here, expecting some big things here. Who's gonna come out on top? We're gonna see another one more time. Listen to it, 18 cylinders on track. Dean, nice job out front. Vaughn Gittin Jr. working it up and down on the bank. Yep, out to the touch and go are both the drivers. Vaughn coming in hard. Lunging forward with that pony. Transitioning as Dean Carney around that final clip. Make some noise. Brian says Dean Carney. Andy says one more time. Dean Carney gets the win and takes down Vaughn Gittin Jr. All right, well, Ryan Lontaine elaborating on his verdict, and it was 2-1. There wasn't one more time there. As we advance on to Tanner Faust and Jonathan Castro. Tanner Faust, a Rockstar Energy Volkswagen Passat. And look at Castro, looking a lot more cool, calm, and collected. Not as high as Faust, but still middle line. Good proximity, nosing in as Tanner Faust knocks out that cone. Castro wraps it around. Yeah, as here we go, Castro will lead, Faust giving chase. And initiating is Castro. Faust initiating with him, having to drop back, give himself a little bit of room. Castro coming off the bank a little early into the power alley. You can see some corrections from him. Faust lunging forward, Castro now dialing it in about the third hash mark around that front clip and around the final. Next entire smoke filling Evergreen Speedway. Tanner Faust gets the win. Tanner Faust gets the win. We are seeing two former Formula Drift champions, Chris the Force Forsberg in the NOS Energy 370Z with the VK56, some NOS thrown at it, and then Dai Yoshihara, who's taken it hard on the wall twice, as you said, confident. Let's see what Dai Yoshihara has got. 214 distribution Falcon tires, BRZ. Chris Forsberg going into the bank. Dai Yoshihara giving chase. Dai Yoshihara right there. Forsberg high on the wall, coming into the power alley, a little e-brake yank. Dai Yoshihara allowing some distance. Whoa, Dai Yoshihara lunging forward. Not going to work out to his advantage, taking out that final front clip. Dai Yoshihara will lead, Chris Forsberg giving chase. The winner going against Tanner Faust. Who is Tanner going to see in the Grade 8? Dai Yoshihara initiates. High on the bank. Nice job by Dai. Forsberg right there. A lot of proximity there from Chris Forsberg. Can't even see him through that Falcon tire smoke. Forsberg transitions into that second rear clipping zone. Forsberg dialing it in. Dai Yoshihara pulling away across the finish line. Brian, Andy, and Ryan, and it's unanimous. Chris Forsberg gets the win. As here we go, Odie VA powered. He got the 2JZ S15. Make some noise, Seattle. This should be a good one as Odie Bakshi's, he's been on it. And slingshotting out of there is Odie Bakshi's coming down off the bank. Force wing, a very shallow line here. Off the bank, Odie Bakshi's into that second rear clipping zone. Now Force wing dropping into formation. A great execution. Is it too little, too late, Ryan, as we saw? Gonna leave. Again, the chase vehicle is allowed to jump the light before the lead car. The lead car has to leave when the lights extinguish. Here we go. Forrest Wang out front. Odie Bakshi's giving chase. Forrest Wang, big smoky angle, what he's known for. Scrubs a lot of speed, but then a quick correction there from the front wheels of Forrest Wang. Odie Bakshi's having to navigate through that cloud of smoke. And Forrest Wang brings it around. Odie Bakshi's powering through. Forrest Wang, Odie Bakshi's, and Odie Bakshi's gets the win. All eyes are on Frederick Osbo to see how things are going to shape up. Matt Field, a fun driver to watch. Is he going to take down our defending champion, Frederick Osbo? Frederick Osbo initiates. Matt Field, you can see him inching closer and closer. Settled is Frederick Osbo. Nice job by him coming down into the power alley, into the touch and go. Matt Field lunges forward, gets to the door, has to back off. Frederick Osbo calculated his chase, or excuse me, his lead run.
Transitions were pretty smooth. Nothing too flammable.
Here we go, Matt Field. New livery, new bumpers. We'll see if he has a new podium as Matt Field initiates strongly. Frederick Osbo starts mid and works his way up the bank. Matt Field now into the power alley, into that second rear clipping zone. Frederick Osbo now lunges forward, transitioning around that final clip. Matt Field takes out the front clip. Brian, Andy, and Ryan. Frederick Osbo says Brian. Andy says one more time, and Ryan says one more time. They're going at it again.
Imagine that this is going to be, a barn burner. Both of these guys
Yeah.
look super solid. Tyler certainly has been on fire this weekend, qualifying third and just looking great overall.
Here we go. Tyler McCory, faint entry there for both guys. Tyler McCory initiates, good angle. Kenny Moen, similar to that of Matt Field, we saw him kind of reeling in, but now backing off. Tyler McCory not getting all the way out to the touch and go. Kenny Moen does. Tyler does fill about half of that second rear clipping zone. And around that final clip is Tyler McCoy and Kenny Moen. And here we go, they leave the start line. Clean start. As it seems that Kenny Moen has one of his body panels there, his side skirt. Looks like it's tucked up there. Kenny Moen ripping through the course. You see some shimmy. Tyler McCoy getting up to him in that touch and go in the second rear clipping zone. Kenny Moen fills in Tyler McCoy. Cutting through that Achilles radial smoke and around that final clip. Brian, Andy, and Ryan saying. And there's Brian with a one more time. Andy and Ryan. Andy saying Kenny Moen and Ryan saying Tyler McCoy. It's a one more time. A split decision across the board. We'll see. Here we go. Goosh out front. Robin Sheeta giving chase. And 2JZ powered SR by Toyota 86 initiates strongly into the bank. Has to back down a little bit. Nishida not as high. Not as much proximity. Coming into the power alley. Out to the touch and go are both of them, filling that rear clipping zone. Gucci does a great job of it. About the second hash mark on that first front clip. And Gucci knocking it over as Nishida falls back and wraps it around. Let's see what happens here. Like I said, just a beat behind there for Nishida. Let's see if Gucci is just going to show his dominance here and really take the victory. And Nishida, these guys have driven together for years. Whoa, Gucci drops in! Like a fighter jet as Rami Nishida, oh my goodness! Ken Gucci right there. He is dancing with the devil, oh my goodness, once again, Ken Gucci is on fire. Wow, talked about it and he's gonna be about it. Is he gonna show us dominance? The answer is yes, unbelievable by the Goosh. All right, waiting for the judges, Gucci or Nishida, slide them right, all of them, unanimously. Ken Gucci gets the win. Frederick Osbo now ready to do a one more time battle with Matt Field. And here comes Osbo and Field. Osbo initiates. Rock solid once again, Matt Field. Gets close, backs off a little bit, but still great job mirroring the angle. Osbo into that second rear clipping zone. Rock solid is the Norwegian hammer, Matt Field. Hanging tough.
It is, yeah. It's much more fluid, and it's really the way he's able to get through there with that speed.
Here we go. We are seeing Matt Field out front. Osbo giving chase. Matt Field. Is he going to take down our defending champion? Great angle from Field. Look at that. Almost perpendicular to the natural racing line as Field jumps out. Osbo banging on Field's door. Field transitions. Frederick Osbo brings it back around. Some great driving. Matt Field, Frederick Osbo, and we are about to find out who's advancing on. Going against Odi Bakshis, that's Frederick Osbo. And our final battle of the top 16. Here we go, Tyler McCoy leading Kenny Moen, giving chase. McCoy initiates. Whoa, Kenny Moen. McCoy maxing out some angle, killer angle from McCoy. Coming to the power alley. Not all the way out to the touch and go. Neither the drivers. Kenny Moen chasing him down. Good job by McCoy bringing it around. Past that final front clip. After we find out who wins this battle, McCoy or Moen will be going against Ken Gucci for the Great 8. Here we go. Moen, McCoy. Moen, a feint entry right in front of McCoy's Chevrolet badge and bumper. Moen, big angle, even higher on the bank. How's McCoy gonna manage this? Moen, yank of the e-brake, gets it out there. Tyler McCoy explodes. Not only his bumper, but his rear trunk makes him, oh, Dr. McCoy goes hard into Kenny Moen. And yeah, that was a lot. And Tyler McCoy gets the win. Tyler McCoy gets the win. So Matt Coffman out front on Falcon tires, Mobile 1, car 959. Dean Carnage Carney, Oracle Lighting, Achilles Radial, Dodge Viper. Matt ripping through that start chicane. Here we go. Our first battle of Formula Drift round 6, grade 8 is upon us. Look at Dean. Kearney is right there. Matt Coffman high on the bank. An exciting run out of the gate here in the grade 8. Dean Carney closing the gap, taking out that front clip. Oh, quick transition there. As Matt Kaufman brings it around that final clip. As that took a hard blunt force trauma to the side of that mobile with Chevrolet Camaro. Here we go. Oracle Lighting Dodge Viper of Dean Carnage. Nice initiation. Achilles tires being lit up. Matty Kaufman in the mix. Now coming to the power alley. Dean Carney, Matt Kaufman surging, but throws too much angle at it. Has to back off. Slide him left for Kearney, and there's a one more time from Brian. Andy says one more time, and Ryan says Dean Carnage. Tanner Faust and Sam Hubinette, the only 3 drivers with 2 championships in their trophy case. Here we go. Chris Forsberg out front, Tanner Faust giving chase. Chris Forsberg initiates. What do we got from Forsberg? Tanner Faust falling back as Forsberg, good angle. Now Faust reeling him in.
Oh no.
Coming out, Faust, a correction there in the power alley. Tanner Faust, a big correction, a straightening from Faust. And Faust really struggling to hang with Chris Forsberg here. Spent some time with Tanner Faust at Rallycross events and X Games, and obviously here at Formula Drift. And he says this is one of the most nerve-wracking motorsports that he's ever competed in. So here we go. Tanner Faust, that feint entry. Chris Forsberg, now he's falling back. Tanner Faust high on the bank. Oh, Tanner Faust dragging the wall. Now coming to the power alley. Faust not going to the touch and go. Forsberg foregoing that touch and go. Now getting close and exchanging some paint and some fiberglass is Forsberg and Faust. Who's advancing on? And Brian says one more time. Andy says Tanner Faust, and Ryan says one more time. They're going at it again. Let's ring up another one. Well, you take a look at those stats. Odie has never beat Frederick Osbo. So the ball is definitely in Osbo's corner as far as confidence. But with Odie leading on the first run, this could be an advantage that he could use. We'll see. Odie Bakshis leading. Osbo giving chase. Odie Bakshis initiating. Osbo keeping his distance, but now wrangling him in. High on the bank is Bakshis coming into the power alley. Out to that touch and go. Big, nasty transition by Bakshis. Absolutely throws the back end in of that vehicle. Really like that power alley section for Bakshis. We are seeing Frederick Osbo in the grade A, so mathematically only 3 points behind. Here we go. Frederick Osbo leading. Odie Bakshis giving chase. Odie throwing it down. Frederick Osbo out front, almost tit for tat here. Almost tit for tat. Are you cackling because it might be another one more time, Ryan? These guys are throwing it all out there for you guys across the globe. Frederick Osbo, Odie Bakshis. Does Odie Bakshis have Frederick Osbo's number? Here we go, going to the judges. Championship implications on the line. Osbo or Odie. Sliding left for Osbo, right for Bakshis. Brian says Odie Bakshis. Andy says Odie Bakshis. And so does Ryan. It's unanimous. Odie Bakshis gets the win and takes out your defending champion and shake things up once again. Here we go. Matt Kaufman, Dean Carnage, the one more time battle. Matt Kaufman initiates in the bank. Nice job by Kearney. Look at him right there. Mirroring him. Kaufman throws some more angle at it. Dragging the wall. Come on, Seattle. Out to the touch and go are both the drivers. Good transition. Dean lunging forward. Oh, it's some contact.
We knew it would.
Yeah,
it's inevitable.
One more time. So Dean Carnage, he will be leading. Again, this is the second run. If you can recall, they had the contact there. They deemed Dean Carnage at fault. So Matt Kaufman could see himself here in the Final Four if he puts down a solid chase run. And Matt Kaufman seems like he's getting into Dean's business already out of the gate. But ain't no thing but a chicken wing for Matt Kaufman as he throws it in. Big angle from Dean. Look at that. Now he's getting into that wall with that Oracle Lighting Dodge Viper, shredding some carbon fiber on the wall. Big, nasty transition by Dean Kearney. And Matt Kaufman maxing out the angle. Is he going to spin? No, he holds on to it. Big angle. Here we go. Dean Kearney, Matt Kaufman, who's advancing on to the Final Four. Slide him left for Kearney, right for Kaufman. Brian says, and all of them say, Matt Kaufman gets the win. So here we go, Forsberg and Faust. The one more time battle, who's coming out on top? Forsberg leading, Faust giving chase. A little shots fired there out of the gate. Chris Forsberg initiated into the bank. Big angle from Forsberg. Tanner Faust not throwing on the angle till the latter portion of this, coming into the power line, transition into that second rear clipping zone. Tanner Faust now lunging forward in that big Volkswagen Passat, and Forsberg wraps around that final clip. Yeah.
Typically the drivers are nose to tail on initiation, but you can see that Faust was really trying to be as close as he could at initiation.
All right, we'll see if that pays off, how Forsberg's going to fare now. So here we go, Tanner Faust out front. Good angle, Forsberg surprised by the lack of proximity here by Forsberg, but just as I say that, he comes on in. Now that next entire smoke being thrown in his face into that second rear clipping zone. Big angle from Faust around that second to last clip. And around the final clip, uncharacteristic, Forsberg takes out that final clipping point. Chris Forsberg or Tanner Faust. Now remember, Von Gint Jr.'s out, Frederick Oswald's out. They were 1 and 2. Chris Forsberg third in points. Brian, Andy, and Ryan, our judges, slide him right for Forsberg, and there it is. Unanimously, Chris Forsberg gets the win. Here we go, our final battle of the Great 8, the Nitto Tire Great 8. Tyler McCory, who's battered, bruised, knocked down, but not out. Here we go, McCory throws it in like a rock. That's the Goosh, Ken Gushi. He shimmies his way to the door of that Camaro. Tyler McCory, regardless of the suspension, he's putting down a pretty decent run out front. Very shallow, not getting out to that touch and go. Now filling that second rear clipping zone. Ken Gushi, kind of an awkward line. I think he's having a difficult time chasing down Tyler McCory. So we are seeing Gushi now up front. McCory giving chase. Who's going to the final four to do battle against Odi Bakshis. Odi Bakshis is on fire, but he's going to have to temper one of these guys' flames. Here we go. Ken Gushi ripping away. Big angle from Gushi. McCory, we talked about the struggles here, as you said, a Frankenstein of, oh, and what is this? Ken Gushi, a huge mistake by Ken Gushi. Could that save Tyler McCory from getting knocked out? What was that, Gushi? Ken Gushi, Tyler McCory, here we go. Going to the judges, Brian, Andy, Ryan. Is Ken Gushi advancing on Tyler McCory? We're seeing one more time, here we go. Brian says Ken Gushi. Andy says one more time, and Ryan Lantagne says one more time. They're going at it again, and here we go. Final battle of the Great 8. McCory, Gushi. Who's going against Bakshis in the final four? McCory initiates. Ken Gushi now bringing it on in. McCory, big angle there. Getting out almost to that touch and go. Now Gushi, nasty transition. Oh, a correction there from Gushi. Can McCory take this car to the finals? Ken Gushi. Taking a look at the standings, Tyler McCory, as he said, was up in the mix as far as 5th after Montreal, down in 13th, 196 points behind our leader, but Von Gint Jr. and Frederick Oswald are knocked out. Can Tyler McCory surge back and get up in the mix, or is Ken Gushi gonna put up a block? Here we go, Gushi out front. You're seeing some wavering there. He's probably a bit nervous. It's Tyler McCory. Lunges forward. Transition around that final clip are both the drivers. Make some noise. Drifting world. And there it is, Ken Gushi, Tyler McCory. Do we have a victor? We're going one more time. Ken Gushi gets the win. Ken Gushi gets the win against Tyler McCory. Here we go, our first battle of the BLACKVUE dash cameras. Top 4, Forsberg, Kaufman. Here we go. Orange and blue strewn about the track. Chris Forsberg, not centering, Hankook Tire 370Z, initiates into the bank. Matt Kaufman, you can see him inching closer to that Z with his V8 powered Falcon tires, S13 into the touch and go area. Whoa, Kaufman! Getting a bit nervous there and comes to a halt. Forsberg almost checking up as well, powering through. Matt Kaufman qualifying 8th, Forsberg qualifying 5th. The winner going to the finals, 1st or 2nd. The loser, unfortunately, not getting anything. Here we go. As Matt Kaufman initiates, Chris Forsberg right there in the mix. Matt Kaufman up on the wall. A solid lead run by Kaufman out front. Can he take down the 2-time champion? Forsberg diving in. Transitioning into that final clipping point. Kaufman and Forsberg. Forsberg or Kaufman. Forsberg or Kaufman going to the judges. Brian, Andy, and Ryan slide them right. For Chris Forsberg gets the win. Chris Forsberg is in the finals. This is our second battle of the Final Four. The BLACKVUE dash cameras. Odie Bakshis, Ken Gushi, who's going to the finals. Go against Forsberg, and also the loser grabs third place. Final podium spot, Odie Bakshis initiates. Nice initiation, up on the wall, Gushi. Some distance between them, but now closing it down, shutting it down is Goosh. Good transition, look at that, into formation. It's a dogfight here between Bakshis and Gushi. Yes, here we go. Ken Gushi, we'll see if 86 takes it to the top. Ken Gushi initiates a little slow crawl there, but now turning it up. Nice job by Odie Bakshis, Ken Gushi. Let's see, we saw Gushi close the gap there. Bakshi slammed down to the power alley, nice job. And there, you asked for it, you got it, man. That was really good. Oh, but then just as I say that, Odie backs off. Odie's been struggling there a little bit. Going to the judges, what do you guys think? Ken Gushi or Odie Bakshis? Brian, Andy, and Ryan say Odie Bakshis gets the win. They are not going one more time. Are you ready? Formula Drift finals are here. Formula Drift World, stop your feet. The Earthquake in Evergreen, the battle in Seattle. We're ready to send it. Bakshis and Forsberg, a clean start. Bakshis out front, he qualified higher compared to Chris Forsberg. Who's gonna get the win? Gushi's already got third. Bakshis pulling away from Forsberg. Bakshis into the wall, nice job by Odie. Coming down now into the power alley. Forsberg right there, and he comes in too hard. Odie Bakshis finishes out the rest of the course, and Odie Bakshis knocking down the cone as Forsberg going too hard into the power alley. Bridesmaid, never a bride. Will Forsberg strike back? You know, he needs to put down a sensational lead run. I know his Scott, who's in his ears, telling him to throw it down. Amy Bakshis, Odie's wife, is saying, babe, you got this. Just hold on loosely and don't let go. Here we go. Wow. Chris Forsberg dragging the wall. Odie Bakshis up in the mix, tucking into the Hankook tire smoke. Chris Forsberg filling that rear clipping zone. Odie Bakshis right there, shadowing Forsberg, and Forsberg spins. That's just solidifying Odie Bakshis in that chase run. Make some noise, Formula Drift Nation. Happy 86 Day to you out there, because coming in third place in that Gretty performance, the Boost Brigade on necks and tires, SR by Toyota 86, the Goosh, Ken Gushi gets third place here at the Throwdown, the battle in Seattle, round 6 of the Formula Drift Championship presented by BLACKVUE Dash Cameras. And now your winner here at round 6 of the Formula Drift Championship presented by BLACKVUE Dash Cameras. In the ARC Performance Field Suspension Neck Falcon Tires Hyundai Genesis, it is Odie Bakshis. Odie Bakshis gets the win. Almost there. And there it is in second place. In the NOS Energy Drink 370Z on Hankook Tires, Chris the Force Forsberg. Grabbing second place. There's your 1, 2, and 3